As a new coronavirus spike sharpens in South Korea, Seoul is also planning to defend itself against a more long-standing threat, that posed by North Korea. So just how vulnerable are we here in the South? That's been a matter of discussion for years, but we have a recent update. A US think tank report showed this month that a North Korean artillery attack on South Korea could cause more than 200,000 casualties in an hour. According to the RAND Corporation, the North maintains nearly 6,000 artillery systems within range of large South Korean population centers. This means large-scale attacks are possible without even resorting to the North's considerable chemical weapon stockpile or dozens of nuclear bombs, highlighted by a recent US Army report. The RAND report played out various scenarios, from a one-minute attack to one lasting an hour, and changing targets from multiple population centers to specific areas like downtown Seoul or major industrial locations. All of them would claim at least thousands of casualties. Then, how will South Korea's plan cope with this threat? After a year so far that's seen North Korea blow up the Inter-Korean Liaison Office and conduct various weapon tests, including long-range artillery units, Seoul's Defense Ministry blueprint for 2021 to 2025, released this month, covers various ways in which this country aims to defend itself in the coming years. But one of the areas that's drawn most media attention is South Korea's strategy to develop its own interceptor system, like Israel's Iron Dome. A ministry official elaborated, saying that the current defense system here usually refers to targeting North Korean Scud-type missiles or stronger. But this new interceptor system is to be developed to focus on protecting the capital area against long-range artillery fire and would be operational from the late 2020s at the earliest. So will Seoul be able to protect itself? Even the best, most efficient Iron Dome-like system would not be 100% effective, and there has been an ongoing debate over the percentage of rockets that Iron Dome batteries, which were introduced since Israel was fired upon during the 2006 Israel-Hezbollah war, have been able to shoot down. South Korea's military assessment in the past was that an Iron Dome-like system wouldn't be as effective to counter North Korea as for Israel's situation facing sporadic strikes in the Middle East, though it has been under review here again since 2017. One thing is certain: Iron Dome batteries are very expensive, much more costly to operate than the expense of firing projectiles, and some analysts point out that if there was ever a scenario in which North Korea was firing on Seoul, then it would likely quickly escalate into a full-blown South Korean counterattack beyond artillery defense. Seoul obviously feels it would be worth trying to repel a majority of projectiles in any initial attack from the north. The defense blueprint, at a cost of over $250 billion US, does also include plans to strengthen South Korea's homegrown aircraft, missile and submarine capabilities. But the sight of US bombers over the Korean peninsula this week was a reminder that, at least for now, a multi-dimensional deterrence is holding at bay what the RAND Corporation calls a highly costly and bloody military exchange.